Morning.
Good morning.
Is Kim with us today?
Hmm?
You're,
Kim?
yeah.
Yeah, she's there. We done.
Then you probably should come up here. That's correct.
Understood.
You should probably come before that. Okay.
Man, how you doing? How you get to bed?
Okay.
Shit, stayed up there trying to trying to do some stuff. One of my phone was at church. So I'm waiting for the charge, like, it's, then the wire went off. Yeah. And then I put it on snooze. And then you could. I saw it's clean. It worked. Oh, Carlos got to get his breath.
All right. What up?
That was that big. What up?
Hey, Mark.
Good.
So I got Christian Moore ready. Another prosecutor. That's the only one I got ready right now.
That's a piece of shit.
Hold on. Mark, yeah. All right. Today's the 12th, right?
Yeah.
Right, oh, okay. I see, courtroom 233, Judge Giles courtroom, how may I help you? Have a seat. Okay, so it's you and, who's working?
Mr. Newton.
Oh, okay, so he's got two.
So I can do it.
All right, all right. You. So both prosecutors are stuck on 75.
We're gonna have a long day.
They had it looked like they had a really serious accident on 75.
It was, I
Yeah,
saw
that's
the
probably
35 came up, rough.
Did you?
That was right at that curve.
Yeah, her.
From, going from Price to the Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that shouldn't have affected them.
Yeah.
Going the other way.
On the east side,
Yeah.
it's crazy on the east side. Coming to work.
Well, I was on there like a half hour ago, so I don't know if it got any worse. You think?
75, so that was good.
Yeah.
Then they had some.
Good morning, counselors.
Good morning, Kitty. I'm here on Fortune. You show him on bond, but he's at the jail because he has a couple of violation remands. Do you plan on zooming him in, or will we need to get a new date? Because he wants to waive.
No, they'll bring them on. It's just when they bring them on. That's the question.
Okay.
Sometimes they come on early.
All right. I gotta check in on a couple other matters. When would be a good time to get back with you?
I don't know. It depends on the jail.
All right. You know what? I'll just put you on mute and I'll zoom in on my phone.
Okay, because you say you're waiving, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Waiver, okay.
Okay, so I'll stay here, but I'll mute you and do the other one on my phone.
Okay, before you leave, if you decide to leave, can you just put your phone number in chat and then I'll call you if he's not on by the time you leave.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right. Courtroom 233, Judge Giles courtroom. Yes. Okay, all right.
No.
Jay Wheels.
I know, she wouldn't be close to you.
Okay. No. Okay. Okay. Well, that's- Oh, okay. Oh.
They said, tell us a little bit, on Zoom.
Good morning, counselors. Can I check in who has not checked in? I think I got quite a few attorneys on now, so.
Good morning. This is Cody. This is Cody.
Attorney Larry Croak for Rakisha Williams.
All right, Mr. Pope.
Thank you.
I think I heard Cody.
Yes, I'm here for D'Angelo Smart.
Angelo Smart. All right, Cody.
Good morning,
Did
ma'am.
Hold on. Cody, Mr. Bradford, can you give me your P number real quick, please?
Yes, it's P85944.
Thank you. I have you checked in too. Okay, who's next?
Good morning, Madam Clerk. This is Attorney Sahar Faraj checking in on John Crosby.
Okay, Mr. John Crosby is trying to log in. He's having problems, but I didn't know if you want to talk to him or not.
We'll probably talk after. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else need to check in that has not checked in? That's it. I thought I had another attorney. Larry Pope, Jonathan Simon, Bradford. Okay. This one is two defendants. Angelo Smart, let me let you in. Mr. Polk is Keisha Williams. Good morning. Any attorney need to check in that has not checked in?
Good morning, Madam Clerk.
Good morning.
All right, I'm checking in on Ferris Dixon.
All right, Ferris Dixon, I believe he's on. Yes, he is.
We were just going to ask us for an exam date, please.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
we're just waiting on the prosecutors. They're just running a little late right now, so. We're ready. Oh, I can call her. So I'm ready. I got Moore, Smart, Williams, Crosby, and Dixon.
Giles, 233. All right, thank you. That guy Fortune, I think he has some other cases going over to circuit court. But,
Oh,
I didn't know if he was there, but he said, "Hey, give him a couple minutes here."
oh, okay. Is he still out? Mr. Simon?
Let me see your phone. Call
Yes.
through.
They said they'll bring him on in a couple minutes, okay?
All right, I'll stand by.
All right, thank you. Mr. Dixon, put your device on mute until we call your case, okay? Thank you.
Yeah, you didn't turn your phone back yesterday. Oh, yeah.
No, and let's see what I did with the file,
Yeah, that's just right.
because I didn't even have her phone number. Let me see, because I put her P number in. Yeah, and I figured her first name is Katrina. Trina.
You're right.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Crosby.
Good morning. I wasn't knowing if it was working or not.
Yep, it's working good. We can hear you good. Just put your device on mute right now until we call your case, okay? Your attorney is on too.
All right. On the screen or something to know to unlock the mute?
I'm sorry?
I said, will I see it on the screen when you tell me to unlock the mute or something?
Yes.
All right.
If I ask you, but the way you mute it, you should be able to unmute it the same way. Okay?
Hey, can you hear me?
Can you mute it? Do you know how to mute it?
No, I'm not tech savvy.
Okay, so
I got an X on there now. So.
Okay, don't worry about it. I'm going to mute you, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right.
Sure about that Michigan State coach? What dog that? You know, I don't care what he says, it's dope. Oh, it was consensual, all that, I don't care about that. He should never be caught up in that.
Roman says he.
All right. Good morning.
All right.
Good morning.
Morning.
My apologies, Your Honor, I got caught behind two wrecks, 94 and 75.
Be on fire.
Who's working with you today?
Agent.
Or what that, Alice, school.
Yeah, agent called for both of you. She said both of you were stuck. I'm ready.
36th District Court, City of Detroit, State of Michigan is now in session with the Honorable Ronald Giles presiding.
Parties ready on D'Angelo Smart and Christian Moore. Calling case number. Calling case number 2358718, the people of the state of Michigan versus D'Angelo Smart. Defendant number 1 is charged with count 1, stolen property, receiving and concealing motor vehicle. Count 2, police officer fleeing 3rd degree vehicle code. Count 3, police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing. Habitual offender for notice, also calling the people of the state of Michigan versus Christian Moore. Defendant number 2 is charged with count 4, police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing. Matters habitual offender, 3rd notice. This matter is scheduled for probable cause conference.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Appearances, please.
Attorney Andrea Fanning, P42853, appearing on behalf of Mr. Christian Moore. Mr. Moore, can you unmute yourself and state your name for the record?
Christian Moore.
Come on, turn on your video, please. Is it on?
Mr. Moore, you need to put your video on, please.
PCC.
Uh,
All right, who's representing Mr. Smart?
Oh, that's Cody, Judge.
Hi,
Cody
Judge, I'm
Bradford.
here.
You want to put your appearance on, please?
Yes, Judge, Cody Bradford, NDS Detroit, P85944 on behalf of Mr. Smart.
Smart, can you state your name for the record, please? Mr. Smart?
Yes, D'Angelo Smart.
Thank you. All right, let's send this matter for exam.
Yes, Judge, please.
Yes.
September 18th at 11 o'clock.
Judge, for the court's awareness, I have a trial starting on the 18th and a second one starting on the 21st. I could do the 25th, 26th, 28th, 29th.
Not going that far. Got 2 weeks to do this.
Okay, would the 25th or 26th work? I think that's within the 2 weeks, Judge.
Calendar for the 25th.
I have one exam at 9:15 on the 25th. Otherwise, I'm available.
September 25th at 10 o'clock.
That works for me, Judge.
Fine, Your Honor. Thank you.
And Judge, before Mr. Smart logs out, may I please have a breakout room?
Sarah, I'll push it. Oh, are you done with that, Judge?
Yep. No.
Thank you very
Mr.
much.
Smart, I'm gonna
Thank
put you
you.
in a breakout room with your attorney. Please accept the invite.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Two. All right, right on.
Parties ready on Rakisha Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
Calling case number 2358553, the people of the state of Michigan versus Rakisha Williams. Defendant is charged with count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Your Honor, may it please this honorable court, Larry Polk on behalf of Keisha Williams, who is present by way of Zoom, gives her consent and permission to have the hearing by Zoom. Ms. Williams, would you state your name for the record, please?
Keisha Williams.
Thank you.
Judge, today is the date and time set for a PCC. I have not seen the discovery in this matter. We want to set it for an exam, but I definitely need the discovery.
All right, just send in the order, and that way the clerk can act on his orders. You don't get it.
Okay.
All right, is available September 18th at 11 o'clock.
I can't do the 18th, Judge. I'm available on the 19th.
All right. We do the 19th at 9 o'clock.
And yeah, I could do 9 o'clock.
Okay. So September 19th, 9 o'clock in person.
In person. Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
And Mr. Polk, we have emailed the OIC on that case. As soon as we get the digital from him, we'll give it to you. My records indicate you should have paper.
Oh, that's fine. I'll have the order in, so as long as I get it in advance of the exam, that's fine.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, take care
You
now.
have a good day, Judge.
You too.
All right.
Mr. Anderson, what case are you on?
Good morning. I'm standing in for Carolyn Marsh on Mario Sherman, whose contact was his mother. He's got no phone. I don't know if he will appear today.
Yeah, he's on. He's in the waiting room. I just let him in.
Okay, then is it possible that I could have a breakout room with him?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Sherman, Mario Sherman. Mario Sherman. All right, Mr. Anderson, he's not answering. I can try to put you in anyway with him. I don't know if he'll accept it.
Okay, yeah, it shows he's connecting the audio and having a problem.
Oh,
but try
okay.
it.
All right.
Yeah, that's still connected.
Good morning, Mr. Noakes.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm here representing Mr. Isaiah Ruffin.
Mr. Ruffin, all right. He's in the waiting room, letting him in now. Did you need a breakout room with him?
No, we're simply going to request the exam.
Is it still connecting to? Mr. Sherman? Mario Sherman, can you hear me?
Connecting the audio still.
Still, so he's got audio. Mr. Ruffin, I have you checked in. Your attorney is on. We'll be calling you shortly, okay?
Okay.
If you can put your device on mute until I call your case.
Okay.
Aerosmith is pushing back in September 18th to January 29th. Lane tickets can file a posted message on Spontrack's website. He's sustained local damage that led to deleting existing tickets for the LCA concert.
Yeah, it's still connecting, right, Judge? Because I don't see where he has the
Yeah,
audio.
it's still, yeah. That's still connected.
Let me try to send him a message.
Metro Detroit, the clouds be around this it'll be hard to warm up once again. Thinking temps will get stuck in the mid upper 60s in some spots. Winds from the northwest. last 5 to 10 miles per hour. This is really just the start. Once the rain moves out, the warmth is not back in for a couple of days. Cool down to about 51. The skies.
Well, maybe if I do the invite, he could still see it, you think?
Try it.
All right, Mr. Anderson, I'm gonna try to put you in a breakout room, see if he replied.
Okay.
All right. Party's ready on John Crosby.
Yes.
Calling case number 2358715, the people of the state of Michigan versus John Crosby. Defendant is charged with count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause, Counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. It was 85520.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Sahar Faraj appearing on behalf of Mr. John Crosby, who appears via Zoom. Mr. Crosby, can you please unmute yourself and state your name for the record?
Oh,
He's having some trouble. He can hear, it looks like, but he can't unmute himself.
yeah. Oh, there he is. There he is.
All right. You hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. State your name, Mr. Crosby.
John Cosby, Cosby the third.
Thank you. Counsel.
Your Honor, we would like to set this matter for examination and request that digital discovery be sent over.
Digital discovery was sent yesterday to you, paper and digital.
Did you hear counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. September 18th at 11 o'clock.
That works for defense, Your Honor.
Your name is spelled, how you spell your last name again, please?
Me, Your Honor.
Was it?
Talking to me?
How do you spell? Can you spell your last name?
I didn't know. Cosby.
Cosby.
Cosby, the third.
Okay, thank you.
Can I get my attorney's number, my attorney's phone number?
We'll put you in a breakout room while you talk to your attorney.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't understand. Okay, thank you.
Anything else, counsel?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
All right, then we're gonna put you in a breakout room.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got it. Mr. Crosby, please accept the invitation.
Yes, ma'am, I hear you.
Party's ready on Ferris Dixon.
Ready.
Calling case number 2358502. The people of the state of Michigan versus Ferris Dixon. Defendant number 2 is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Asa Williams for the people, P85520.
And good morning, Your Honor. Jamil Kuja, P71963, appearing on behalf of Ferris Dixon.
Morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Dixon, can you state your name for the record, please? You're on mute, sir. All right, one more time.
Ferris.
Thank you. All right, counsel.
Your Honor, I received the paper discovery. I'm just waiting on the digital discovery, but I'd like to set an exam date, please.
The digital discovery was sent yesterday to you as well.
Okay, I'll look through my emails again.
Okay.
September 18th at 11:15.
You said September 18th?
Yes, 11:15.
That will work, Judge.
All right, anything else?
Nothing from me, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That concludes the hearing.
Thank you. Mr. Dixon, next week, 11:15, you got to be there in person. This is not on Zoom again, okay?
Okay.
Okay, have a good day, everybody.
You too.
Parties ready on Isaiah Ruffin. Calling case number 2358732, the people of the state of Michigan versus Isaiah Ruffin. Defendant is charged with count 1, police officer fleeing 4th-degree vehicle code. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Asa Williams for the people, P85520.
May it please this honorable court, William Noakes, P42796 of the Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit, on behalf of Mr. Isaiah Ruffin. Mr. Ruffin, unmute and tell the court your name.
Isaiah Martez Ruffin.
Thank you. Your Honor.
Mr. Ruffin, hold on, counsel. Mr. Ruffin, just so you know, when you come into court, I don't do t-shirts and sweatshirts in my courtroom. So please dress for court, all right? Shirt with a collar.
I'm sorry, sir.
No, it's all right. Just, I know you didn't know, so when you come in the court, just make sure the shirt with a collar, right?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, thank you, Your Honor. We're requesting the preliminary examination.
Available Tuesday, September 19th at 9:15.
Your Honor, if you could put that over to the 20th, because I have a case going to trial on the 18th that may extend into the 19th.
September 20th at 9 o'clock.
That should work, Your Honor. I'll be there.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else?
No, that's all, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Ruffin, touch.
Mr. Anderson, are you ready on Sherman?
Ready on Sherman.
Okay. Mr. Brown, who are you? What case are you on?
Jamal Gray. I was you told me to zoom back in today for, I guess the prosecutor was having issue with a discovery.
Oh, discovery. Okay. Parties ready on Mario Sherman, calling case number 2358728. The people of the state of Michigan versus Mario Sherman. Defendant is charged with count 1, stolen property, receiving and concealing motor vehicle. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Angel Lewis for the people, P 85520.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Anderson, P 31302, standing in for Carolyn Marsh. With Mr. Sherman's permission. Mr. Sherman, can you please unmute your device, state your name?
Mario Sherman.
Mr. Sherman, is it okay that I stand in for Carolyn Marsh just for today's proceedings?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Your Honor, I've advised Mr. Sherman of his right to have a preliminary examination and what all that entails, and notwithstanding his constitutional rights, he wants to waive his preliminary examination this morning and move forward.
Prosecution has no objection.
No objection. All right, Mr. Sherman, you understand that you have a statutory right to a preliminary exam. So the state must show by probable cause the crime was committed and probable cause you had something to do with committing that crime. You understand that?
Yes.
Has anybody promised you anything or threatened you in any way to get you to waive your right to preliminary exam?
No.
Waive your right freely and voluntarily after having opportunity to talk to your attorney about it.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any objection to the court signing your name to the waiver form and initialing off?
No, sir.
Mr. Anderson, do you have any objection to the court signing your name to the waiver form?
None at all. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and the court will find that you freely and voluntarily waive your right to preliminary exam as found over the Wayne County Circuit Court Criminal Division for arraignment on the information, which will be September 26th at 9 o'clock.
Bond continued, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Bonds continues.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Take care now.
Bye.
Bye.
Ms. Rushing, are you ready?
Good morning. Is Mr. Moses in the waiting room by chance?
No, he's not. Did you
All
want to
right,
wait
well, I
on
haven't
him?
heard from him either.
I haven't heard from him. Did you want to wait on him or are you waiting?
You're gonna waive his
We can go ahead.
Calling case number 2358671, the people of the state of Michigan versus Marquand Moses. Defendant is charged with count 1, controlled substances, possession cocaine, heroin, or another narcotic less than 25 grams. Habitual offender, third notice. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Angel Lewis for the people, P 85520.
And good morning, Your Honor. Sydney Rushing, P 78830, appearing on behalf of Mr. Moses this morning.
Waive his appearance for the purpose of this hearing.
Your Honor, I don't know that I actually can waive his appearance. I did send out a letter. I did not receive a
Issue
response
of
from him
habeas
yet.
for his arrest. You got one or two choices. I issue a habeas for his arrest or you waive his appearance. Now, which one you want to do?
Judge, I'm going to waive his appearance this morning.
Thank you. All right. Set this matter for preliminary exam. Available September 19th at 9:15.
Pulling up my September 19th, 9. Yes, I am, Judge.
All right. Anything else?
Yes, Judge, I did receive paper discovery. However, I did receive an evidence.com link for the digital discovery. It ends in a .iso, so the format, it's not downloading to anything to let me unzip it or anything like that. So if I could just try and get that resent, I would appreciate it.
It could be sent in a zip file or the ISO. Do you want it in a zip? Is that what you're saying now?
Yes, I would love it in a zip if possible, because the ISO for some odd reason won't open for me.
Okay, I'll resend it in a zip.
Thank you so much.
All right. See everybody back on the 19th.
See you then. Have a great day, Judge.
Thank you, you too.
Calling case number 2358135, the people of the state of Michigan versus Chucky Only. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons, firearms, possession by a felon. Count 2, weapons, ammunition, possession by a felon. Count 3, weapons carrying concealed. Count 4, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. Count 5, police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing. Count 6, weapons, felony, firearm. Count 7, weapons, felony, firearm. Count 8, weapons, felony, firearm. Habitual offender for notice. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Agent Lewis for the people, P85520.
Good morning, Your Honor. Katrina Wright, P82097, on behalf of Mr. Oni.
Mr. O'Neill. Waive his appearance for the purpose of this hearing.
I do, Judge.
All right, well, Ms. Wright, we lost you yesterday. You didn't call back. You didn't do anything. We didn't know what was going on.
I was
you got a spot appointment.
I did,
But
Judge.
then you went off and you didn't do it. You didn't call us. You didn't say anything.
Oh, I
No,
was, okay.
Just next time, please, just give us a call. Let us know what's going on. If you're somewhere and you can't, or have someone call us, so we know. Okay.
Understood, Judge.
All right. Thank you. Let's set this matter for preliminary exam. Are you available September 19th?
Well, Judge, I just was spot appointed yesterday. I have not met Mr. Oni. I do not have any of the discovery. I will ask for a date farther out than September 19th.
Why do you need a date farther out than September 19th?
For the exam, as indicated, I haven't met Mr. Oni, Judge.
Well,
And,
you can. We'll make sure you get discovery and you get everything you need. But I don't see a reason for this putting it out further than that.
well, honestly, Judge, I leave out of town Thursday and I return Monday evening. September 19th will put me in quite a bind.
I think you should have started with that.
Yes,
You're not available, is what you're saying.
Yes, Judge.
September 22nd at 10 o'clock.
That works for us.
Okay.
That was the 21st,
No, 22nd.
22nd.
22nd at 10 o'clock. Thank you, Judge. And I'll get discovery.
Yes, and we're sending it right now to you.
Okay. And can I get an order, Judge, for the spot assignment so that I don't have issue with payment?
We don't do that. You get that from across the street from the assignment clerk.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone.
All right, and make sure you send in a discovery order. That way the court can act on it if necessary.
Understood.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Brown, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Calling case number CR2335870 the people of the state of Michigan versus Jamal Gray. Defendant is charged with count 1, controlled substances, possession cocaine, heroin, or another narcotic less than 25 grams. Count 2, controlled substances, possession cocaine, heroin, or another narcotic less than 25 grams. Habitual offender for notice. This matter is here on discovery order.
Good morning, Your Honor. Agent Lewis for the people, P85520.
And Brian Brown, P80560, appearing on behalf of Mr. Jamal Gray with permission to waive his presence for today's hearing.
All right, to waive his appearance for the purpose of today's hearing. Mr. Friday submitted a discovery order. I assume the issue with it is number 4, dealing with the criminal record.
And Your Honor, pardon the state, Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029. Yes, Your Honor, number 4, it's been our consistent position that we can't provide the material that would be in a lien, the criminal records, and the defense has avenues available to them to obtain that information.
All right, but that's the only issue, correct?
Well, Your Honor, with regards to yeah, that's our only issue, yes.
All right, Mr. Brown, anything?
Then that's fine. The court would like to strike that out, or I can submit another order when that's omitted.
All right, the court will just strike it out and I'll sign the order. Strike it out, initial law, signing the order now.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Brown.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too. Take care.
All right. So I have a waiver, but Mr. Simon's client isn't on yet.
Well, let's do Mr. Miller.
And Mr. McLean, I think I lost Attorney Strong, but his client needs to be on.
Okay.
You said Miller, Keon Miller. Keon Miller. Calling case number 2357997, the people of the state of Michigan versus Keon Miller. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for exam.
Good morning, Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Good morning, Your Honor. Will Broman on behalf of Mr. Miller, P85364. Mr. Miller is standing to my right today. Mr. Miller, please state your name for the record.
Keon Miller. Thank you. All right, you ready to proceed?
Yes, sir. The people called Officer Hopkins to stand.
You said Hopkins?
Hopkins, yes, sir.
First name?
Chadwick.
CHAD.
WRCK.
Hopkins, HOPKINS.
Yes, ma'am.
First name, judges for you.
We are firm, so truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Put the door toward you, have a seat, please.
Please introduce yourself to the court.
Officer Hopkins,
You can step back or sit back.
Yeah, you don't need to lean into it.
Chadwick Hopkins, second precinct, County of Wayne, Detroit Police Department,
Okay, and how long have you been employed with the DPD?
3 years.
And were you working on July 19th, 2023?
Yes,
And did something happen on that day that brought you to court here today?
yes.
Can you tell us where you were?
I was on Schoolcraft.
And what did you notice when you were on Schoolcraft?
I was on Schoolcraft headed east. I noticed a white Lincoln vehicle, traveling at a high rate of speed.
And what did you do after you saw that?
My partner then, attempted to catch up to the car.
Okay, and you said your partner, how many people were you working with that day?
3.
And were you on foot or in a vehicle?
I was in the vehicle.
Okay, where were you sitting?
I was in the passenger seat.
So, did you catch up to the vehicle?
My partner was then able to catch up to the vehicle.
Okay, and what did you do after that?
We conducted a traffic stop inside of a lot.
Okay. During the traffic stop, what did you do?
During the traffic stop, I ran the plate, and I ran the name. Yeah.
Okay, and when you ran the plate, what did you find?
There was no insurance.
And so what did you do after that?
My partner didn't exit the vehicle, and I exited the vehicle also.
Okay, and what did you do with that?
We made contact with Keon Miller.
Okay, and you're indicating someone, Keon Miller. Do you see that person in the courtroom today?
Yes, sir.
Could you point him out where he's sitting and identify him by an article of clothing that he's wearing?
He's right there. Wearing a blue polo button up.
Your Honor, if the record to reflect he's identified. So, what happened when you saw a person you named as Keon Miller?
Oh, once the car stopped abruptly, it's like he slammed on the brakes. He began reaching in the back seat towards the passenger side as if he was trying to conceal contraband or a weapon possibly from officers.
How did you strike the last part of that speculation? Because you could say what you saw. You saw him reaching in the back seat.
Possibly, yes.
But you can't interpret what you saw.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Say it again.
You could say exactly what you saw.
Right.
So you saw him reaching in the back seat. But the other part about interpreting what that means is totally different.
Understood.
You can't say that part. It's speculation.
Understood.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And where were you at when you saw that?
I was in the passenger seat.
Okay. And how were you able to see that?
The silhouette of the sun and walking out, getting out the vehicle. We kept eyes on the vehicle the whole time.
Okay. So after you saw that, what happened?
We exited the vehicle. My partner then went to make contact with Keon Miller, and he then detained him.
Okay, and so what did you do when he was detained?
I remained on the passenger side, observing him.
And then what happened?
Detained him, brought him back to the vehicle. The officer safety off the gesture that he conducted, and I then further investigation, ran at the car with no insurance. He had suspended license, and we went from so on.
Okay. Did you ever speak with him?
I believe so, yes.
And what was that conversation?
When I spoke to him, my partner had searched the vehicle in arm's reach of him and found a firearm, and I asked Mr. Miller, did he have a CPL?
And what was his response?
He stated no. I then ran his name via lien to ensure that he did not have a CPL, which it was found in negative results that he didn't have a CPL.
Okay. Did you see the firearm?
Yes, my partner showed him.
Okay. And did you actually see him recover it or search the vehicle?
I observed him search the vehicle. He then recovered the gun out and showed me that he had recovered a firearm.
What type of gun?
It was a black Glock. I can refer better when I look at my report that you had.
Okay. Well, let me just ask this. You said it was a black Glock?
It was a black Glock stolen out of Southfield.
Okay. Where were you when you made this stop?
We were on Schoolcraft and can I refer to my report?
Yes. Your Honor, permission to approach.
Yes.
Okay, I'm handing you a document. Can you just take a look at it and tell me if you recognize it?
Yes.
What is it?
My report.
Okay, would that help refresh your recollection?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, and then it was in the parking lot of 1053.
Jack, you can't read from the report, Your Honor.
Yeah,
You can refresh his recollection.
Can you just read it silently and then look up with me when you're done? Is your recollection refreshed?
Yes.
Okay, where was it?
It was at 1053 Schoolcraft.
Okay, is that in the city of Detroit, County of Wayne?
Yes, sir.
Nothing further to say.
Morning, Officer Hopkins.
Good morning.
Have you ever testified in a district court for a felony case?
Yes.
About how many times?
What's the relevance?
Establishing his ability to be a credible witness, John.
No.
Okay.
On something else.
Is there any reason that you can't testify truthfully today?
No.
Okay. And you attended a police academy prior to joining Detroit Police Department?
Yes, sir.
And part of your training included testifying at hearings such as this?
Yes.
And part of your training included writing reports, correct?
Yes.
About how many hours did you have training writing reports?
I don't recall.
Okay. But part of that training, you were taught that your reports needed to be complete?
Yes.
And part of that training, you were taught that your reports needed to be accurate?
Yes.
And part of that training, you were taught that your reports needed to be detailed?
Yes.
And as part of that training, you were taught that your reports need to be truthful?
Yes.
As part of your preparation for testifying today, you had an opportunity to review your report that you submitted, correct?
Yes, just now.
And is there anything part of that, or any part of that report that is incomplete, undetailed, inaccurate, or untruthful?
No.
You had an opportunity to review it, make any corrections, additions, deletions that you wanted, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. And what, you say you're with the 2nd precinct? Yeah?
Yes.
And are you in a specific division, unit?
Yes.
What is that division?
2nd Precinct Special Operations.
And what are you responsible for doing in that division?
What's the relevance as to these charges on this day at this time?
I would be getting there in just a second, Your Honor.
No, we get there now. This is exam. This is not trial.
Yeah,
This is an exam, not trial.
I'm attempting to establish the officer's basis for conducting a traffic stop.
Well, you can ask him.
Okay. Are you in the traffic enforcement division of the 2nd precinct?
No.
Does the 2nd precinct have a traffic enforcement division?
He has a traffic car.
There's a traffic car.
Yes.
You've conducted traffic stops before?
Multiple times.
As part of that as part of conducting those traffic stops, you've asked drivers for their license, registration, proof of insurance, that sort of stuff?
Yes.
And what common place to keep these documents would be, for example, a center console?
Can you repeat that again?
A common place for a driver to keep the documents that you would ask.
Relevance, counsel. I don't care what the commonplace is. I care about what happened on this day at this time. That's all I'm interested in. I don't care about what can normally happen. I don't care about what people might do or what might happen. It's not relevant.
Your Honor, when we get to.
It's not relevant. So please go on to something that's relevant as to what this day, this time, with your client and this officer.
Your Honor, respectfully.
This is not an argument, it's not a debate. I'm asking you to go on to something else. I'm making a ruling.
Okay. It's common for drivers to store their documents in a glove box, correct?
Yes.
Yes. In your report, you write that you were, and I believe you testified earlier that you were pacing the Lincoln that you were following?
Yes, my partner paced the vehicle.
About how long were you pacing? Well, let me back up. What is the purpose of pacing a vehicle?
To determine exactly how fast they were going.
Okay, and you were in the passenger side?
Yes.
And so did you have a clear view of the speed that you're?
Plain view of my partner's.
Of your partner's speed?
Yes.
Okay. when you conducted the traffic stop, Mr. Miller pulled over?
Not immediately, we had to catch up to him.
He was evading you then?
We had to catch up to him.
When you turned your lights and sirens on, did Mr. Miller pull over?
Yes.
He did not try to flee you at a high rate of speed?
No.
He did not try to delay stopping at a low rate of speed?
No.
And then you, well, that's all I have for this witness, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, if I may, as part of this next witness, I'm going to be making a motion to suppress the evidence that was received during the stop, which was the purpose of.
Well, hold on, I don't know if there's gonna be a next witness.
Your Honor, at this point, state rests. We don't have any further.
Yeah, I don't feel that I was adequately able to question the witness. I understand that you made your ruling.
I made a ruling about you questioning him about something that has nothing to do with this case. When you question something about what people normally do, they normally put something in certain areas, that has nothing to do with this case. You have to. So, and I didn't tell you to stop.
No, you're
not. I didn't make you stop. You stopped on your own.
Okay.
So, do you have any witnesses?
I'm gonna call Officer Duncan.
Is Officer Duncan here? Do you
Yes,
see
sir.
him?
We see him.
All right. Give me an offer of proof. Why are you calling?
Sorry?
Why are you calling him? Give me an offer of proof.
Your Honor, Mr. Duncan violated Mr. Miller's Fourth Amendment rights by having no reason to search his vehicle as incident to a traffic stop. There was no other information, no circumstance presented.
There was no insurance. That's what was said so far. And your client didn't have a driver's license. So the car was going to be impounded.
At the time that the search occurred, Your Honor, Officer Duncan was unaware of any of that. Officer Duncan was unaware of.
Well, let's see. Let's call him.
That's all.
First name?
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right, pull the door towards you. Have a seat, please.
Morning, Officer Duncan.
Morning.
Are you a police officer in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
How long have you been a police officer in the city of Detroit?
About 3 years. Oh, 3 years. A little over 3 years.
Were you employed by any departments prior to that?
No.
You attended a police academy?
Yes.
You recall making a traffic stop on July 19th, 2023?
Yes.
And did you make that traffic stop of a white 2003 Lincoln?
Yes.
When you.
This is your witness, so you cannot leave. You understand that, right?
Your Honor, asked to treat the witness as a hostile witness.
It's not hostile. What has he been hostile for? He's answered all your questions.
Okay. You made a traffic stop that day?
Yes.
Okay. And what was the reason for the traffic stop?
First, observed the vehicle driving erratically, using improper lane usage. Also had no insurance on the vehicle.
At what point did you learn that there was no insurance on the vehicle?
Once my partner ran the plate.
And when did your partner run the plate?
Right before we initiated the lights and sirens.
So you had a clear view of the vehicle prior to initiating the lights and sirens?
Clear view of the vehicle from a distance, had to catch up to the plate.
You had a clear enough view prior to activating your lights and sirens to clearly see the plate, to run the plate?
Yes.
Did you have a chance before today to review your report?
No, I didn't.
Did you prepare to testify at all today?
Did I prepare?
Correct.
Correct.
You did prepare or you did not prepare?
I did.
And what did you do to prepare?
About a week ago, review my body cam.
Okay. You didn't review your report?
I did out there.
I thought you said you had not reviewed your report.
You said before today.
Before testifying this morning, did you review your report?
Yes.
And was that report complete?
Yes.
Was it accurate?
Correct.
Was it detailed?
Correct.
And was it truthful?
Correct.
Okay. Your report doesn't mention when you ran the plate, does it?
Like the time? No.
Okay. And your report indicates why you stopped the vehicle, correct? Does your report indicate why you stopped the vehicle?
Yeah, it should.
Did your report indicate that you viewed it traveling at a high rate of speed?
If I could glance over it, I could be more specific.
I guess I'm a little lost there. Are you using the report as impeachment? Because if you are, you haven't done it properly. But just to ask him about the report, you're asking about a hearsay statement. Let me finish, please, counsel.
Yes.
You know, so, I mean, you can use it as impeachment. I have a problem with that, but you just have to say, you know, I have to know that what it's being used for. But to ask him, you know, what's in the report, you're asking him about what's hearsay.
Your Honor, he testified that his report was complete. He's now testifying that the lack of insurance with the vehicle was a reason for pulling him over. That does not appear in his report. I'd like you to review it. He's testified that the report was complete, Your Honor.
Okay. Counsel. Every single iota of what happened is not going to be in that report. That's impossible. You know, he testified, as his partner testified, that the plate was ran before they even stopped the vehicle. Okay, that's on the record.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and you want to use a negative to show a positive. You want to say something's not in there to show that now something's wrong with it because it's not in there. Is am I getting you correct?
Your Honor,
I just need you to answer my question, not go on to something else. Is that correct?
That because something was not in there, it was not done?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, you know, this is a probable cause hearing. This is not trial. This is not beyond a reasonable doubt. This is probable cause. It probably happened. A crime probably happened and your client probably did it. That's it.
Your Honor, to establish the suppression motion and the basis for the suppression motion, under the Michigan court rules, this is an evidentiary hearing. And gathering that evidence were used in the suppression motion, which I was prepared to make today, on the basis of Officer Duncan and Officer Hopkins' testimony. I believe under the Michigan court rules, treating this as an evidentiary hearing, that I'm able to explore these issues with them. May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Sure.
Please review the report to refresh your recollection silently. Please let me know. You had a chance to review it? Did it refresh your recollection?
Yeah.
Nowhere in your report did you indicate that you ran Mr. Miller's license plate prior to pulling him over, did you?
No, it's not wrong.
Okay. And when you pulled over Mr. Miller, the only reasons for pulling him over were for a traffic stop? Is that correct?
Put him on for a traffic stop.
And when is a traffic stop complete?
What do you mean, when is it complete?
I'll rephrase it. What is the mission of a traffic stop?
No mission. If you observe something, somebody doing a traffic violation, you have a reason to pull somebody over and investigate.
When did you attend the police academy?
Started July 27, 2020.
2020?
Mm-hmm.
And they, at the police academy, they didn't indicate to you.
On something else, I've already dealt with this issue. I'm not gonna go into what he learned at the police academy. He's a police officer. We're speaking to this issue, period.
Your Honor.
What's before the court. All right?
Your Honor, Mr. Duncan just testified that there is no mission to a traffic stop. That is directly contrary to Rodriguez versus United States, which came out in 2015, prior to his time at the police academy.
Want something else?
Okay. So in your report, the white Lincoln stopped when you activated your lights and sirens?
Yeah, pulled over abruptly.
Into a parking lot?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
yes.
Is Schoolcraft a 2-lane road?
Schoolcraft. So I know it used to be a 2-lane. Right now, it doesn't have the actual lines to separate the lanes.
But it would be safe to pull into a parking lot as opposed to trying to stop in the middle of the street.
You can always pull over to the right.
Okay. Once the white Lincoln pulled into the parking lot, did you turn your sirens off?
Turn the sirens off.
Yes, sir.
Don't recall exactly.
Okay. Did you put the car in park?
I did put the car in park.
And did you open the door to get out?
Yes.
And at what point did you observe the occupant of the white Lincoln reaching?
As soon as he pulled over in the parking lot, I could see him reaching.
Was the rear window of the Lincoln tinted?
Yes.
And you indicated to your partners, you had a chance to review the body cam footage before today, or
Yes.
preparation for today?
It was about a week ago.
And did that refresh your recollection as to the events of the day, July 19th?
Somewhat.
Okay. And did you indicate to your partners that somebody was reaching before you had even exited your vehicle?
I believe so.
Okay. And as you approach the white Lincoln, did the front windows roll down?
I don't recall.
When you got up to the vehicle, standing next to it, were the windows up or down?
I honestly don't recall.
Okay. Did the windows ever roll down?
Like I said, I don't recall that part.
Did you open the door to Mr. Miller's vehicle?
I honestly don't remember exactly. I mean, you can review the body cam.
Did you detain Mr. Miller after pulling him over?
Yes.
And when Mr. Miller got out of the vehicle, was he wearing a shirt?
I don't believe he was wearing a shirt.
Was he wearing gym shorts?
I'm gonna object, Your Honor, the relevance of what he's wearing.
I don't recall if he was wearing gym shorts or not.
Hold on.
The basis for Mr. Duncan to proceed with a search of the vehicle doesn't exist, number one, like, I'll get to that later.
Okay, well, that's not on the record.
Under Pennsylvania v. Wims.
There's nothing to put on the record about the search, other than what the other officer testified to. So until it is on the record, there's no argument to be made about it.
The officer's ability to determine whether Mr.
Did you understand what I just said?
I did, Your Honor.
All right.
How long after detaining Mr. Miller did you begin searching his vehicle?
Shortly after he was detained, one day.
Within a few seconds?
I can't give an exact second mark or minute mark, but it was like right after.
Did anything change from when you pulled over Mr. Miller to the point that, were you presented with any new circumstances from when you pulled over Mr. Miller to the time you began searching his vehicle?
What do you mean?
Was there any additional reasonable suspicion for detaining Mr. Miller other than your traffic stop?
Legal opinion. Ask him what he did, what your client says, what he said. But opinions are left open.
Okay. At the time you detained Mr. Miller, your justification for that detainment was the traffic stop.
It wasn't just the traffic stop, it was just movements abruptly reaching over passenger side of the road.
It was his movements gave you, his movements justified his further detention? Is that your testimony?
His movements towards the passenger side, you know, my law enforcement experience with previous gun arrests or contraband arrests, he made the same exact movements abruptly.
Okay. When you pull over a vehicle, do you ask for driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
Always ask for
okay. And do drivers typically keep those documents, for example, in their glove box?
What do I care about where drivers usually keep those documents at? Why would I care?
Your Honor, the officer is testifying that his justification to continue detaining Mr. Miller was based on a first gesture.
Okay, so what does that have to do with where other people keep their documents?
It's his basis for.
No, it doesn't, counsel. I don't care about what other people do. I can't, and I think I've said at least 4 times on the record. And I really don't see a need to say it anymore. Get to your point.
Prior to searching Mr. Miller's car, did you ask Mr. Miller for his driver's license?
I don't recall.
Did you ask Mr. Miller for his proof of insurance?
Don't recall. You can review the body cam. I don't recall.
Your testimony is that you're not going to recall what you did leading up to the search, but we should review the body cam?
I mean, I don't want to, you know, make a mistake and say something that didn't happen.
Okay. The only thing, so was Mr. Miller under arrest prior to the search of his vehicle?
He was detained.
He was detained. Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
You saw someone speeding and you stopped them, right? Okay, once you stopped them, you saw movements that made you fear for officer safety.
Correct.
You detained Mr. Miller because of that.
Yes.
Prior to the search, you knew that he had a suspended license and that he had no insurance.
Yeah, my partner notified.
You can arrest someone for suspended license, right?
Yes.
And take them into custody.
Yes.
Okay. You would search a vehicle that had no insurance before you impounded it, right?
Correct.
You searched the vehicle and found a Glock, right?
Correct.
Nothing.
All right, 2 questions on the record. Mr. Duncan, is the white Lincoln, is that owned by Ms. Miller?
Sure, I believe so. I'm not sure.
Did you know who was driving the white Lincoln prior to pulling him over?
No,
So you didn't know that Mr. Miller had a suspended license prior to your encounter with him, correct?
prior to my encounter, no.
No further questions.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Duncan. Further witnesses?
No further witnesses.
And the rest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the people would motion for a bind over in this case. It really just lines up with the questions that I asked, the officer right there at the end. They saw a vehicle speeding, they stopped him. There were movements that they thought needed, for the defendant to be detained for officer safety. And that's a decision they made based on everything they've been through. And in that moment, they made that decision. Once he was detained, they knew that the car didn't have any insurance, so it would have been towed, would have been searched. In short, once they ran his name, they knew that he didn't have a license, which they could have arrested him for, and taken him into custody just for that. They had the PC. They searched the car, found the gun, and it was in a car that he was still occupant of. So it's, possession is his, and he didn't have a CPO, and that's probable cause.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm gonna make a motion to suppress the evidence from the search on the basis that a seizure justified solely by the interest of issuing a ticket to a driver becomes unlawful if it is prolonged beyond the time reasonably complete the mission of issuing a ticket. That's Illinois versus Caballes.
How do you get past the issue that this is a arrestable offense? He had no driver's license, license was suspended, and no insurance. Both are arrestable offenses.
Your Honor, at the time that the search took place, the officers did not know.
They knew he didn't have a insurance. That's an arrestable offense. Both of them testify to that.
Your Honor, that's not in the reports.
I don't care what's in the report. I don't go by what's in the report. I go by what I hear in court.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, court having heard the testimony and argument finds us as follows. July 19, 2023, the officer Hopkins was on patrol along with Officer Willie Duncan and in the area of 10538 Schoolcraft, pulled over a Lincoln, white Lincoln, who they thought was traveling at a high rate of speed. There was a traffic stop, ran the plate prior to the stop. There was no insurance. They contact with the defendant, who was the driver. Prior to making contact, both of these officers testified the same. The defendant reached out towards the back seat. He was detained. Being detained, they found out his license was also suspended. The vehicle was searched by Officer Duncan. As both the suspended license and the no insurance are arrestable offenses, a handgun was found in the back seat. And it was the sole occupant of the vehicle. As such, he has constructive control over that handgun. So there was no CPL, was carrying concealed weapons. The court finds that the felony enumerating the complaining warrant did in fact occur in the city of Detroit. Probable cause existing charges defendant shall be bound over the Wayne County Circuit Court Criminal Division for arraignment on the information, which will be September 26, 2023, 9 o'clock. And bond is continued. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Oh, okay, good. Yes. All right, thank you. Parties ready on Robert Fortune?
Yes,
Calling case number 2358736, the people of the state of Michigan versus Robert Fortune. Defendant is charged with count 1, breaking and entering a building with intent. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Agent Lewis for the people, P85520.
morning, Your Honor. Jonathan Simon, P35596 for Mr. Fortune.
Mr. Fortune, can you state your name for the record, please?
That's right, Robert Fortune.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I've had an opportunity to meet with Mr. Fortune. I believe that he knows and understands his right to examination, and at this time is prepared to tender a knowing and voluntary waiver thereof.
The prosecution has no objection to it.
All right, Mr. Fortune, you understand that you have a statutory right to a preliminary exam where the state must show by probable cause a crime was committed and probable cause you had something to do with committing that crime. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything or threatened you in any way that you waive your right to preliminary exam?
No, sir.
You waive your right freely and voluntarily after having opportunity to talk to your attorney about it.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, do you have any objections to the court signing your name to the waiver form and initialing off?
No, sir.
Mr. Simon, can the court sign your name to the waiver form?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, court will find you freely and voluntarily waive your right to preliminary exam and it's filed over Wayne County Circuit Court Criminal Division for arraignment on the information, which will be September 19th at 9 o'clock.
Judge, okay, that is what, yeah, he is on bond on this case, but he is in custody on unrelated matters. So 1 week, that's fine. I mean, I'm not really sure, but whatever you say.
Well, because he's in custody, that's why I just put it over for 1 week.
Very good. Okay, the 19th it is. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Parties ready on Bernard Whitby?
Ready.
Calling case number 2356511. The people of the state of Michigan versus Bernard Whitby. Defendant is charged with count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. This matter is scheduled for exam.
Good morning, Your Honor. Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
And good morning, Your Honor. Harold Collins, P56805, on behalf of Mr. Bernard Whitby, who is seated to my right. State your name. Bernard Whitby.
Thank you, sir. All right, we ready to proceed?
Your Honor, the complaining witness named in the sole count of the information has failed to appear, and so we're not ready to proceed at this time.
Your Honor, we ask this honorable court for a dismissal.
All right, matters dismissed without prejudice.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Okay, so waiver check.
Okay.
Yes, they should be coming in soon.
Everybody here?
You have Libertus here, yeah, they're on their way.
Maybe.
They may be in. They'll be in a second.
Okay.
And also,
I got a KPS from yesterday.
Yeah, we can't get some yesterday.
Oh,
Where it's up.
that's your client?
She did everything.
Oh, well, damn.
Yeah.
Good morning, Judge, how are you?
I'm all right, how you doing?
I don't have no complaints.
You doing better than most?
You said it was that,
You're doing better than most then.
look, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. Wide awake, and generally baby not keeping you up this morning.
No, actually, you know what, my brother, he just had a baby and the baby was in the hospital, so we had his 1-year-old, his 2-year-old with our 1-year-old, and that would be bad. But she started actually doing stuff more like that, and so she's been sleeping through the night for the past 3 nights. We just got him back, 2 days, gave him back 2 days ago, but it's a blessing. Wrap up.
Calling case number 2260469, the people of the state of Michigan versus Tiffany Raymond Levert. Defendant is charged with count 1, larceny from the person, count 2, larceny $1,000 or more, but less than $20,000. Habitual offender second notice. This matter is scheduled for exam.
Good morning, Your Honor. Agent Lewis for the people, CK 5520.
Good morning, Judge, you and your staff, may I please this honorable court, distinguished by Davenport, P number 82743, appearing on behalf of Miss Tiffany Raymond Levert, who is present to my right, and I am standing in for the attorney of record, Curtis Davenport, with Miss Levert's permission, is that correct?
Yes.
Levert, can you state your full name for the record?
Tiffany
please?
Cheyenne Raymond Levert.
Thank you.
Your Honor, at this time, the prosecution is not able to proceed. The complaining witnesses in this matter have failed to appear. They were subpoenaed and, in fact, did sign subpoenas, and also were contacted by the prosecutor upon scheduling this preliminary exam, and they have still failed to appear.
Judge, we will move for dismissal.
All right, the judge dismissed all pending.
Judge, Mary's client needs to see some type of paperwork, just saying she was here in court.
You're not gonna tell her anything, is she?
Oh, no, she just has a different matter.
Okay, Ms. Davenport.
Attorney Tucker be here in about 15 minutes. She's at Frank Murphy. I gotta go get this file. Mr. Riggins, I'm gonna go get your file. As soon as I come back. Give me a hot second.
Oh, yeah. That was, 2022.
So she went to get the file out. Those it's not. You got the prisoner. I think that's another. I'm gonna call them, president, but Mr. Jones is not here, whoever that is.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
Hmm?
I'm waiting, because we have heard as well.
All right.
Yes, what? Those three, it's going today. Somewhere there, somewhere. You tell it feeling cool like the air, you tell it cold. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Ain't hot. I gotta stop. I just don't like it. I'm having to do it for a while.
Yeah. I need it good, pretty good.
They probably do. You know.
All right.
Well, there she is.
Philip, are you gonna do this KPS from yesterday? It's McKinney.
Sure, I mean, what are we doing on? Okay.
Well, it's a warrant, so we gotta recall the warrant.
Pardon?
It's a warrant on it, so we have to recall the warrant first.
Okay, yeah.
All right, I'm ready. You ready, Kim? Calling case number 2358639, the people of the state of Michigan versus Carlia McKinney. Defendant is charged with count 1, assault with strike that. Count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. Count 3, domestic violence. Count 4, domestic violence. Count 5, malicious destruction of a building less than $500. This matter is here on the KPS warrant.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Hey, good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your staff, Neighborhood Defender Services by Ken Reagan, 82125, on behalf of Mr. Leah McKinney, who's going to put me to my right. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Hello, I'm Carlia McKinney.
Your Honor, we're here for a arraignment on the failure to appear act, that failure to appear, warrant be set aside and bond be reinstated. My client came in on her own today. I do believe that her missing court yesterday was a misunderstanding. It just so happened I was in the building for another matter and I saw her get on the elevator and she explained that she was on her way up here. So I do believe that this was a misunderstanding. So I asked for the bond be reinstated and the case be set aside.
Your Honor, we leave it to the court's discretion.
We'll set aside the KPS. Reinstate the bond.
Thank you.
I won't do that again. When you come to my court, you dress for it. I don't do sweats. I don't do t-shirts. I don't do none of that in my courtroom. You understand? Yes. Dress for it. Okay. We need to set another exam date. Be available September 19th, that's Tuesday at 9:30.
I'm not available at 9:30. I have a dentist appointment at 9.
10:30?
I can probably do 10:30, yes.
It's gonna be 10:30 in person, September 19th, next Tuesday. Anything else?
Nothing further.
Just need a, bond rejection form, please.
There you go.
I have it. 2305 639.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And to the bond that I'm reinstating it, because I don't look like this is a new bond.
Yes.
And if it's a new bond, technically the court will go after her for the old bond.
I understand. Thank you.
No problem.
We're all set.
You're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you want a copy of this?
Try to break it.
Oh, yeah, we have all of this here.
Is it in the case?
Oh, we ready? Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Where's your client?
That is.
Oh. I think she has some competency issues.
Looks like every time she's released, she KPS it.
Yeah, she was referred at one point. I don't know what happened. All right. Calling case number 2160170, the people of the state of Michigan versus Alice Mendoza. Defendant is charged with count 1, stolen property, receiving and concealing $20,000 or more. This matter is scheduled for exam. Defendant has failed to appear.
Good morning, Your Honor. Asia Lewis for the people, PA 5520.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tamika Tucker, PA 5402, on behalf of Alice Mendoza.
In contact?
Your Honor, no, I was spot assigned and then Ms. Mendoza was released from jail. I checked, she does not have a GPS tether on. We have mailed a letter to her address. I have tried finding her, looking through all of her records. It looks like we never seem to get past the PCC. She's in jail for each PCC, but then she's released. And she does not show up for her subsequent court hearing.
I don't know, well, she currently, it's in competency status, because we never did a competency hearing. I don't know if she was ever interviewed.
Looking through everything, it says she was.
Wait, one second.
But it was adjourned because they hadn't gotten the report yet. That was some months ago, back in like April.
And I don't know who that are, my last bond was $30,000. Magistrate that out.
Your Honor,
Okay.
people ask if the court issued a habeas.
All right, cases shall enter, any bond previously submitted shall be forfeited, the bond set $100,000. Cash.
Judge McConicle lowered her bond.
This says Ramsey.
No, if you go a little lower, McConicle did a redetermination after she was arraigned with, who is it, Boyer?
Yeah, that was the first time. But in-
McConicle did a redetermination
When? The date,
on August 28th.
August 28th, yeah, because this was September 5th. Looks like, no, yeah, September 5th. Ramsey Heath lowered it. So personal bond.
Yes. No, I don't see he lowered it.
That's what, I got the order right here.
Oh, in the system, it says he left it at 30,000. I don't know, maybe she
No, yeah,
did it, I don't know, okay. Hmm. It's 30,000.
this
Oh,
one was
this one, no,
100,000.
this one's 100. No, the last.
Didn't hear back from Strong and we never heard from him.
No, and this might, this might be a spot. I called over there on Henry. Strong, tried several times to come in.
Okay.
I don't know if this guy had a bad connection. In the jail, Mr. McLean is in jail.
We have a report.
Yep, I think so.
Okay.
Morning, Mr. Harris.
Hello?
I'm sorry, hold on, Mr. Malik Harris. Good morning, Wyatt Harris.
Good morning.
Are you on Malik Harris?
Yeah, they just called me.
Okay. He is on. Are you ready? Or you need a breakout room?
Why don't we handle this matter and then just give me a breakout room? I'll talk to him briefly.
Okay. Or I need a prosecutor.
Your client's not here yet, right?
Yeah. And if I can have 2 minutes, I just want to double check one thing just to make sure that we can proceed with this case.
Well, this is a PCC.
Yeah, the basic, yeah.
This is a PCC?
Harris, Malik Harris.
Oh,
Not this
here.
one.
Oh, I'm
but
sorry,
this-
yes, okay.
Calling case number 2159451, the people of the state of Michigan versus Malik Harris. Defendant is charged with count 1 and count 2, assault. A police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor, Agent Lewis for the people, P85520.
Good morning, Your Honor. Wyatt Harris, P54891 on behalf of Malik Harris. I'll accept the assignment.
All right. Okay, Mr. Malik Harris, can you state your name for the record, please?
Malik Javon Harris.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Harris, I couldn't really tell, but just in case, you know, so that you know, I don't do t-shirts and sweatshirts in my courtroom, all right?
Okay, my apologies.
It's all right, just when you come in, just dress for court. All right, Mr. Wyatt Harris, are you available for exam on September 19th at 10:45?
Yes.
All right, so we'll be back in person September 19th, 10:45 for preliminary exam.
Okay.
And
Your Honor,
Mr. Malik Harris, we'll put you in a breakout room so you can talk to your attorney, okay?
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Is it gonna automatically switch me?
Yeah, you'll see it in 1 second. You'll see an invitation.
Yeah.
Mrs. Jones, could you step up for a second?
Parties ready on Hassan McLean. Calling case number 2162815, the people of the state of Michigan versus Hassan McLean. Defendant is charged with count 1, home invasion first degree. This matter is scheduled for a competency hearing.
Philip Henderson on behalf of the people, P86029.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ronald here on behalf of Mr. Hassan McLean. I would ask for the waivers of appearance feedback, we prevent the term, the truth.
Okay, so this is a review.
It is just a review.
Okay. All right, we'll waive the appearance for purposes of hearing.
Judge, I'm received a report that indicated that Mr. Hussein is still incompetent. And he just recently got transferred to the forensic center.
Okay, yeah, I do have a report on the letterhead of State of Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Center for Forensic Psychiatry dated July 21st, 2023, which states that the examiner's opinion that Mr. McLean still remains incompetent. Both parties have that report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that's the report you have, Mr. Strong?
I'm sorry. Your
That's the
Honor.
report you have, right?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. And the court's gonna make a finding that the defendant is still incompetent to stand trial. And we'll put it over for another review hearing. To January 10th, 2024, 8:30.
That's a good thing.
Okay, thank you.
Parties ready on Titus Anderson.
Yes.
Huh? Well, you, which car is still in the breakout room?
Oh, okay.
Calling case number 2358623, the people of the state of Michigan versus Titus Anderson. Defendant is charged with count 1, police officer fleeing, count 2, stolen property, receiving and concealing motor vehicle, habitual offender, third notice. This matter is scheduled for exam.
Good morning, Your Honor. Agent Lewis for the people, P85520.
Please, the court attorney Sharon Jones, number 57113 on behalf of Anderson, who stands beside me.
And